called in people. They came. When they came, he went back behind me. I was wearing my husband's nightie because these days I was feeling like I can't wear my nighties. Something is going to happen in that night. So I was wearing a biker, and on top of it, I was wearing the nightie. So he held the trousers of the nightie and pulled me up. Then he held the shirt of the nightie from the back. He was using one arm. So he held it, then he brought the phone in front of me and said, remove the password. I said, I have told you I will not remove the password. The one that he came with held me in the neck here and lifted me off my feet in the neck like this. So when he lifted me, in self-defense, I kicked him because he was in front of me. So I kicked him in the groin and then he walked away. This one pulled me, the buttons of my shirt broke, and he stayed with my shirt in his hands. Now, I just walked away from them and went and stood in one corner. But remember, this is a house full of men. Some looked away. Some were unbothered. One of them said in Luganda, "Nedda nedda mama muddize sata yambali." Then one of them held his hand and walked him out. One of them picked the shirt and said, "Put up your hands and I dress you up." I said, "I can dress myself up, give me my shirt." Gave it to me, I put it on. Of course, the buttons were not on. And then I sat down. When I sat down, they lifted me again. Now, this time by these, because I play to these when I'm going to sleep. That same man held me by my hair, lifted me up. We have holes in the sitting room, and hit my head on the pole and slit my mouth. So when he hit me, he pulled me down and sat me down. Then he pushed my head and I went down, and they sat on me. I could feel 4 bodies seated on me. Then he said, "Will you give me the password?" I said again in Unyankole, "You have already done enough. You are not getting the password." There was someone who was like commanding them. He came in, he said, "What's happening here?" He said, "Leave her alone." Then I sat. Meanwhile, in that moment, they were already upstairs, creating havoc. The ones who were outside were beating our askari and the other boy that we live with. Some other group was already in our helper's room, picking her up from her house. Now, they bring her, she's holding her cross and her Bible. She is new, she doesn't know anything. They ask her, "Where is the controller room of these cameras?" She said, "I am new, I don't know anything." They bring in the askari. They want to take him upstairs. He says, "I have never gone that side. I don't know what's there." They ask him, where is the basement? And he said, "I am new here. I know nothing like the basement." They ask him, "Where are the children?" And he said, "The children went for holidays after Christmas." "Where did they go?" And he said, "I don't know." So in that moment, they were already picking the camera controllers, they were already picking the MiFi, they were already picking all the phones in the room. They took AirPods, chargers, power banks, hoofers, radios, anything electrical, laptops, everything. These people were drunk. The house was stinking. So in that moment, I realized that it was not going to end. They took the girl out, they took the askari out, and then they started asking me, "So you brought your brother to run on the Kampala MP seat. Did he win? You think you can just bring foreigners and bring them in Kampala and think they will win in Unyankole?" And then another one asked me and says, "You got married to I don't know what they call a winners. What do they call a winners in English? A winners is like a traitor. It's like the worst person that there can be in the world." He said, You married that traitor of a Muganda. Were you not seeing the Manyakwe? In that moment, I think out of rage, I started feeling dizzy. I started feeling hot. I asked for water. They brought me water. Those same people gave me my water. I drank it. And then the next time I got to see myself, I was sleeping in a pool of vomit on the veranda outside. And they were gone. So it is the Askari who drove me out and brought me here. In that whole mix, we still had the police which has kept me under house arrest for 8 days. The other thing they kept asking me was, where is your husband? I told them I don't know where he is. They said, before we beat that round head of yours, where is your husband? I said, you can do whatever you like. I don't know where he is. They even asked the same thing to that guy. And he said, he went to vote, he came back the next day, I didn't see him because I work in the evening, so I don't know what time. That's how it was. But by the time they left, they had broken all the doors. They had broken all the windows. You'll see the pictures. They had pulled down the TV. They had caused havoc everybody everywhere. Pulled my children's clothes out of wardrobes. Pulled beds out of the room. They had scratched the walls. They took anything that they felt was of value. So this group was a group of murderers. It was a group of thieves. They took all my phones, and yeah. So yeah.